And welcome back here to the National Cricket Stadium in St. George's, Grenada. And we've got our second match coming up. First match, Ginger Generals against Saffron Strikers. And Saffron Strikers won that match in rather comprehensive manner. Well, this afternoon we've got Cinnamon Pacers. They're going to be coming up against Clove Challengers. That should be a very interesting match indeed. And let me, while I'm here, give you this. Just let you know, tomorrow, God willing, we've got a couple of games. At 11:45, Clove Challengers will be against Nutmeg Warriors. And then later on during the course of the day, we should have Saffron Strikers against Bayleaf Blasters. So that's for tomorrow, God's willing. Tomorrow. Let me just repeat that. Clove Challengers against the Nutmeg Warriors and Saffron Strikers going to be coming up against Bayleaf Blasters. But the match that we're about to see as the players are getting ready to go onto the field, Clove Challengers, Ginger Generals will be coming up against Saffron Strikers, and Cinnamon Pacers will be coming up against Clove Challengers. And then, of course, we've got the toss upper hand ahead. So let's see what really the toss resulted.
Welcome to the toss for match number 8 in the Dream 11 Spice T10 tournament season number 2. It is a big match for the both teams involved. Clove Challengers and Cinnamon Pacers, they've both lost their first 2 matches in the tournament and will be looking to see if they can register the first win in this match. We have here with us the match referee, Mr. Carl Felix, and the 2 captains, home captain Mike Narayan and the away captain for this match, Ronald Etienne. Mr. Match referee, over to you. The call is ahead, and it is a tail. Cinnamon Pacers, Mike Narayan. You have won the toss. What's the decision of Cinnamon Pacers?
First of all, I want to thank the Almighty for bringing us here today. We're going to have a bowl first.
All right, it looks to be a change of plans today, looking to see if you can get your bowlers to restrict them to what total you have in mind.
Yeah, well, anything under 100 is thanks, but I think we batters are failing the first two innings, but we batted first, so we decided to change that and bowl first.
All right, any changes to the lineup today for Cinnamon Pacers?
Yeah, Alec comes in for Darren Hippolyte.
All right, well, Mike, we want to wish you and Cinnamon Pacers all the best for this match and the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to have a chat with Ronald Etienne. Ronald Etienne asks the bat first. Is that what you had in the back of your mind?
Yeah, that would have been the decision we would have made if we had won the toss, so no harm done.
All right, not the sort of start you wanted so far in the tournament. 2 losses from 2 matches. I'm sure you guys will be eager to make things straight today.
Yeah, that's cricket, what already gone, that's history. We can't really dwell on that. We just got to concentrate and focus on what's ahead of us, and which is the game today. Take it a game at a time, a ball at a time, and in the end, maybe get the score that we're looking for and come out and defend it.
Talking about scores, what particular scores you'd have seen the pitch for the last 2 days, played on it yesterday, and what do you think might be a good one you guys can defend later on?
Well, the plans of the team is target 120. Anything over 120 is a bonus, but we're definitely looking to score 120. And the bowling that we have, we could defend that.
All right, and any changes in the squad from last match?
Same team from the game yesterday.
All right, well, Ronald, we want to wish you all the best for this match and all the rest of the best of the tournament.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
All right, so just to recap the news from the middle, Cinnamon Pacers, they've won the toss and they've asked Clove Challengers to bat.
So the news is that Cinnamon Pacers, they have won the toss and they have decided to field. So that is the very interesting match ahead here. Cinnamon Pacers versus Clove Challengers. That's the match that we've got on hand. So let's just give you the lineup for both teams. For Cinnamon Pacers, Micah Narayan, Sean Andrew, Alec Athanaze, Jamie Buddy, Tate Carmichael, Chad Charles, Junior Cyrus, Javed Hazard, of course he's going to be behind the stumps, Desron Maloney, Jonathan Taylor, and Deshaunty Thomas. That's the lineup for Cinnamon Pacers. Let's go across to the Clove Challengers. Ronald Etienne, of course, is the captain. Ricky Alexander, Teddy Bishop is there in the lineup. Cyprian Forsyth, Junior Henry, of course, the wicketkeeper, Imran Joseph, Dennis Naran, Deron Ned, Jaron Noel, Casimir Thomas, and Kesrick Williams. So that's the lineup for the Clove Challengers. And the news is that the Cinnamon Pacers, they've won the toss and they've decided to field. So, John, you make a tip. make of it. The conditions ideal. I don't think we're going to see anything untoward in regards to the pitch, which played pretty nicely. Kept a little low here and there, but by and large, the bounce was all right. This should be a pretty good encounter.
Yeah, Stevenson, very interesting matchup there. Noticeably, none of these teams has lost both games they have played so far, and they'll be looking to bag a win this afternoon. The conditions are very good for cricket. Just one interesting observation there is the inclusion of Alec Atanaz. He'll be playing for the Cinnamon Pacers this afternoon, returning from injury. So he is a quality player, and the Pacers will definitely need his services here today.
Absolutely, such a fine player. He's a touch player, and in last year's tournament did score rather heavily in the competition. And let's hope that the injury would not in any way interfere with his performance here today. So, Clove challengers gonna be they're gonna be starting off. They'll be batting, and this should prove to be a very interesting encounter indeed. At the end of the game, somebody is going to. There's no question, but one of them is going to get off the mark
Yes,
in terms of winning.
definitely.
So it's gonna be Taylor and yes, it's gonna be Taylor and Bishop. In fact, will be opening the innings. So both teams will have to play very hard indeed because they know that they need crucial points in this particular encounter. There is in fact no slip in. There's a third man backward point, cover slightly extended, extra cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket. There's a deep backward square and a fine leg inside the circle. So it's going to be Henry. Well, Henry won't be taking strike, would he? Ned will be taking strike, Darren Ned, and Jonathan Taylor is going to be preparing to bowl to him. So I think all is set. The umpire seem to be happy. Everybody is happy. And here is Ned moving in to bowl to, or Taylor rather, to bowl to Ned. Big swish outside the off stump. That ball kept slightly low, but as if he had premeditated that he was going to hit that somewhere through mid-wicket.
Yeah, definitely premeditated, and like you rightly said, this delivery didn't rise at all, and a big shot here by the batsman, first ball up.
Yeah, eyes lit up and was going across the line of the ball. Here is Taylor once more with the number 8 jockey on his back. He passes the umpire now, and he's there bowling to Ned. Taylor brings him forward, pushes it out just in front of square on the offside, as there is no run. So they would really try to restrict Clove challengers here. And if Clove challengers could get up to 90 or 100, then it's going to be a bit of a challenge, won't it?
Definitely, Stevenson.
Taylor once more moves in to bowl to Ned, who to this delivery is coming forward, opens the face of the bat and steers the ball down to third man quite easily, gets a comfortable single. So Ned is off the mark and challengers off the mark. It's one without loss.
Yeah, a good start there by Taylor. I think Stevenson, the pitch has lost a little venom because the same pitch yesterday, ball was coming on nicely, and today we see just a little bit of invariable bounce, or keeping low and some still carrying through nicely.
Yeah, and more so at the River Road end, so to speak, as Taylor is in once more. This time to bowl to Henry, and Henry is getting a delivery that he turns down to the fine leg area. That's going to go into the boundary for 4, just over the boundary line now. 4 runs, signaled by the umpire. Maybe just slanting down the leg side and got inside and tickled it down to fine leg for 4. So he is off the mark. Total has now gone on to 5. What did the umpire signal?
This runs, it came off his bat.
Okay, let's see. It did come off the bat, didn't it? Oh, and it kept low too.
Kept low.
Yes, down to the boundary, got for 4. So Henry is 4. Here once more is Taylor, bustling past the umpire now, and bowls. And to this delivery is hitting that ball down to the mid-on area, and he is comfortably caught. So Carmichael got a dolly. It sort of came on to him. He was looking to cross back that one. In fact, he did, and went right up in the air. It came down quite easily. It was a dolly catch there at mid-off. And so Clove challengers, they've lost the first wicket so far. Junior Henry caught Tate Carmichael. The bowling of Jonathan Taylor, he's gone for 4. Clove challengers, they've got a setback. They're 5 for 1.
Yeah, soft dismissal by Junior Henry. Again, we see that this delivery not bouncing as much as he expected, and the ball hitting the bottom half of the bat and just lobbing for easy catch to mid on. And Clove Challengers has lost the first wicket.
Yeah, so out goes Henry, and in comes Teddy Bishop. Teddy Bishop, by nature, attacking player, likes to get on with things. And the ball was airborne. I think a couple of the players are contesting as to whether indeed the batsman did cross, and the ball stayed sufficiently long in the air. I think they did. So it's going to be Taylor, as you've just heard at the stump microphone. He's just taken a leg stump guard, and then he's taken a middle stump guard. And many of these players, these batsmen these days, tend to take 2 guards, and according to who's bowling, whether it's a spinner or fast bowler, accordingly. So here is Taylor in to bowl to the new batsman Bishop, who is on off the back foot and steers the ball just behind square on the offside, but quickly sent back by Darren Ned, who shouted it to him. No run there. The over comes to an end. A successful one there, and Clove Challengers, having lost 1 wicket of Henry, is 5 for 1 after 1.
Yeah, a good steady over there by Taylor, doing the job there for the Cinnamon Pacers, picking up the wicket of Junior Henry first over, and the score is 5 for 1. Good start by the Cinnamon Pacers.
Yes, a good start there, and well, there'll be an opportunity for these two, of course, Darren Ned and Teddy Bishop, to redeem themselves for the Clove Challengers. Cinnamon Pacers obviously would have different things up their sleeves. So who's going to be bowling from the River Road end? They're very careful in Cinnamon Pacers, just trying to make sure that all the fielders are exactly where they want them. There is a third man, so there's a big gap between the keeper and third man, backward point and cover, just about 15 yards separate the backward point and cover. As here is Buddy moving in to bowl to Ned, and Ned is hitting that in the air. Somebody's going after it. The catch will not be taken. Drops just in front as the fielder was going back, and they had sufficient time to cross for 2. But that stayed in the air quite some time. All the fielders there on the upside, they're in the circle, so they've got to run back. It was not like though there was a fielder down at sweeper position coming in. And it's always so much more difficult when you've got to be running back.
Yeah, a difficult opportunity there.
Here once more is Buddy in again and bowls. And Ned looking to just maybe push that out on the offside. And ball goes through to the keeper. So 7 for 1. We're in over number 2. Ned is 3. Bishop is yet to score. And Junior Henry, in case you've just joined us, was caught by Tate Carmichael at the bowling of Jonathan Taylor for 4. In bright sunshine is Jamie Buddy from the far end. Brushing past the umpire now, he's there and bows to Ned. Ned is feeling for that outside the off stump. A little bit of way swing. Wasn't to the pitch of the ball. You could see that he was leaning out, and that top hand almost coming off the bat, so to speak, as he pushed at it. The ball just deviated slightly. Keeper collected behind the stumps, and Bishop just calling down Ned, maybe just admonishing him and asking him to play the ball on its merit, at least for the time being. Get your eyes in for a couple of deliveries. Would the admonition really work? Ned will face up once more to Buddy. He's there and ball. He's advancing down the track and looking to heave-ho that one over long on. And that's the problem when you've got a couple of dot balls, especially in the shortest version of the game, John. You can get a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, definitely. I like this battle out there. Stevenson, Buddy really running in hard, and Ned really looking to go after Buddy, and so far Buddy has been winning the fight.
Yeah, very much. There he is once more. Is Buddy in now and bowls to Ned. Ned is hitting that in the air. He's crying to say, catch it, the bowler that is. Somebody's going under it. The catch taken. And so another wicket has fallen. That one really was, he was looking maybe to work that through on the onside. In the end, really took it maybe going, of course, across to extra cover. And I think it was Malone who went back and took the catch. But that's not where he really intended it to go. Might have taken the leading edge. And just outside the circle, never looked like dropping it at all. So they've lost another wicket. Clove challengers. They're now 7 for 2 as Darren Ned caught Desron Maloney. That's right. Of the bowling of Buddy, he's gone for 3. And somebody cracked. It certainly was the batsman who did.
Yes, Buddy seems to be getting some wave movement. That ball actually started on middle stump, and the batsman Ned looking to hit over mid wicket, and of course the leading edge and Maloney safe hands, and quite comfortable catch at extra cover, and the Clove challengers has lost the second wicket.
Whoa, well, the captain has come in. He's got to play a captain's knock here. That's Ronald Etienne. He's not going to be taking strike. The batsman did cross while the ball was airborne. So here is Bishop facing up now to Buddy. He's there and bowl. And there just over the head there of the mid-off fielder. And that's going to go down to the boundary for 4. Well, he certainly was in business for a fleeting moment. Came forward and lifted it over mid-off, down to the boundary for 4. But there was a little bit of excitement there, as it was just over the reach at mid-off, down to the boundary for 4. So Bishop is off the mark. You wouldn't want to say streakily. It was struck hard, but it was airborne. 4 runs he got, 11 for 2, and that's the end of the second over.
Yes, a good firm shot by Teddy Bishop. Although it was airborne, I think it was way over the field at mid-off, and collecting 4 runs, and Teddy Bishop has opened his account.
So Ronald Etienne will be taking strike. He's a burly man. You can see that he is strong. There's no doubt about it. Not the kind of person that you want to have any physical altercation with at all, because he is strong, Ronald Etienne. So here is Jonathan Taylor. Moves in to bowl to Etienne. Etienne dabs at a ball that is wideish outside the off stump, but not wide enough to be called a wide. Looked up rather quizzically to the umpire as if to say, sir, I think that was close enough. The umpire is in staunch disagreement. Said no, not wide enough. Total remains on 11 for 2. We're in the power play. Over number 3 in progress, as it's once more Taylor in a nice approach. He's there now and bowls to Etienne. Etienne is looking to swing that. Does in fact connect. They've gone for 1, won't come back for the second as the return comes into the keeper's end. So they get 1. So he's off the mark. Is Etienne, he's gone to 1, and the total is pushed on to 12 for 2. Bishop is on 4. Now comes into strike. He's got a lot on his shoulders. His shoulders are not broad, physically speaking, but they're broad, figuratively speaking, I can tell you. Here once more is Taylor in and bowls to Bishop. Bishop is looking to swing that down to backward square the ball. Maybe just rushed onto him a little faster than anticipated. Maybe took it somewhere around the thigh pad, and the ball dropped in front of him on the offside. So total remains on 12 for 2. Not the best of start here at all for Clove challengers. Cinnamon Pacers, beg your pardon, have got them on the back foot. Taylor turns once more just inside the circle and begins to move in, lengthens and strengthens those strides. He's there now and bowls to Bishop. Bishop is hitting that in the air. The ball goes over the. The catch is taken. Hakan Athanase has taken the catch. It was a good, superb catch. I say good, superb because his back was towards the ball, so to speak. It was airborne. He was down to backward point, and he had to run, I would think, about 10 to 15 yards back. And in the end, I would suggest took a pretty decent catch.
Yes, a good running catch by Alec Atanas, but again, Stevenson, the Clove batsmen are really batting without a plan. Everybody seems to be just swiping across the line, and they have lost 3 wickets, and the score is only 12. They're not doing the team any justice by batting this way.
No, absolutely not. Certainly was a poor shot, but let's not take anything away from the catch. It was a very good catch by Athanase. Now, when you've got to look over your shoulder to take the catch, it's never really easy. And that's why I really mark it as a pretty good catch indeed. So Clove challengers, they're 12 for 3. And Jonathan Taylor, 1.4 overs, no maidens, picked up 2 for 6.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor is doing the business for the Cinnamon Pacers. He's bowling with good accuracy, and really challenging the Clove batsman.
Yes, so Ricky Alexander, beg your pardon, has joined Etienne, and he just came forward and pushed the ball out on the offside. That's Etienne. Again, the batsman did cross while the ball was airborne. 12 for 3. Over number 3 in progress. Just a 1 delivery remaining in this over. As Clove challengers, they're a sorry sight at 12 for 3. Taylor once more moves in to bowl to Etienne. He's there now and bowls. And Etienne looking to turn that out on the onside. The catch is taken. Oh, he's dropped it. Oh my God, he has dropped the catch. Would you believe it? It was a dolly. It was so easy. I think the Queen of England would have taken that so easily. You can't believe that he dropped that. Well, let's look at the replay here. Looking to turn it on the onside. The leading edge was taken and went out to cover, settled under it, and gee whiz, that's what you call a dolly. Dropped it.
Definitely, Stephen.
Would you believe it?
I'm sure he won't get an easier one.
No, Cyrus, absolutely no. He dropped it. Well, he wouldn't forget that for a long time. He really won't. So it should have been 13 for 4. Oh, well. I thought he snapped it up. Can you believe that he dropped it? You can't drop an easier catch than that. Well, that's how it goes. And maybe on another day he will take a stunner. Who knows? That's how the game of cricket goes.
That's right.
So Michael Narayan, of course, the old veteran, wily veteran there of Narayan has come into the bowling attack. It could have been 13 for 4, but rather it remains there 13 for 3. 3 overs gone. So here is Narayan moving in now to bowl to Etienne. Etienne is cutting well, fine shot. That's 4, beautiful shot outside the off stump, and he was backing away, and he slapped that through backward point, beg your pardon, and it raced away to the boundary for 4. That was a lovely shot.
Yeah, the shot on wide and asking to be hit, and the batsman Etienne, after getting this easy life, really capitalizing on a loose delivery by Narayan.
He has got right on top the bounce of it. He's gone to 6, 17 for 3. As Micah Narayan moves in again, there he is and bowls to Etienne. Etienne is turning that up on behind square on the leg side. Gets a single. Leg by has now been confirmed by the umpire, standing on one leg and vehemently hitting the opposite leg. So total has gone by 1 now to 18 for 3. Brings Ricky Alexander into strike. I think last over a couple of deliveries I said Richie Oliver. Of course, Richie, our producer here, who is ensuring that we've got these lovely shots, and been doing a great job ensuring that this match is being brought live. Here's Micah Narayan in and bowls, clips it down to backward square, will get a single quite easily too. So total is pushed on by 1 now to 19. Alexander's gone to 1. Etienne, who is 6, comes back into strike. Lot would depend upon Etienne. He's got to play a skipper's knock here, shouldn't he?
Definitely. He has to bat deep. He has to bat up in the 9th, 10th over.
Narayan in now, balls to Etienne, who is driving. Ball gets down to the deep forward square. They've gone for 1. Will come back for the second. The return comes in. It's a high 1, but they get 2. So 2 more to Etienne, who's now moved on to 8. It's not as fast between the wickets as yesteryear, because he's put on a few more pounds. But trust me, he loves this game and gives it his best. That's Ronald Etienne. 21 for 3, as Narayan will move in with the 5th delivery of this over in and bowls, and is pushed up to long on by Etienne. Gets a comfortable single. They amble the single, and 1 more to the total. He's now gone to 9, and the total has gone to 22 for 3.
Yeah, skipper Etienne seems to be quite capable with the bat. There's no need to really slog across the line right now. They should look to build on such a poor start.
Yes, rotation of the strike is going to be very important. Narayan is in and bowls to Alexander, who is under the back foot and turns it out on the onside. The bowler ran across to his right, fielded the ball that went across the straight mid-wicket. Meanwhile, the batsman had time to cross for 1. So 1 more to Ricky Alexander, who will be taking strike next over. Ronald Etienne is 9, and Clove challengers batting first. They're 23 for 3.
Yes, not the power play that the Clove challengers would have loved, but the Cinnamon Placers really did put in a good effort for the first 4 overs.
Yes, so the end of the power play now, and the fielding team, of course, now have the ability to just open up the field a little bit as to whether they're going to still play as aggressive as possible. Maybe. I've got the philosophy, when you've got your opponent, by the neck, you just keep closing it and tightening it. You don't need to ease it at all, should you?
Yeah. Cricket, this game could change very quickly.
You're sure right. 23 for 3. So it's going to be Alec Athanaze, and he's going to be getting ready to bowl to Ricky Alexander. Good change?
Yeah, definitely good change.
Okay. If John says good change, nobody in the world could doubt him about that. There's no use arguing with it at all. He always seems to get it right. 23 for 3. Alec Athanaze, my favorite Windward Islands cricketer. I think he's such a talented player. There's no question about it. When he was much younger, we used to love to see him use his feet. Such a fine touch player. Moves in to bowl to Alexander. Alexander is looking to maybe push that out on the offside, off the back foot. Doesn't make contact. And the keeper, in all his jubilance, collecting behind the stumps. Hazard and plucking off the bail in the process. No harm done. Athanaze. Yeah, I think he's satisfied with the field given to him. Moves in now to bowl to Alexander, who is coming forward. Hits that ball in the air. It's coming down to the long on area. The catch is going to be, oh no, he's dropped it. Oh, he's dropped it. And the ball goes over the boundary line. Tate Carmichael looked very comfortable, never looked as though he was going to drop it. And in the end, he did, and practically parried it over the boundary line. And what should have been a dismissal has turned to 6. Wow. 29 for 3. Here once more is Athanaze. Bowls to Alexander. One that is shorter and flatter in the air. They've gone for 1. Wouldn't come back for the second. Athanaze ran very quickly across to his right, covered about 20 yards, prevented the batsman from crossing for the second run. The mid-wicket fielder is right back on the boundary, and that's why Arthur Nez had to cover such ground, but he did it quite well. So 1 more to the total. Both batsmen are now on 9. Etienne is on 9, facing up to Arthur Nez, who gets inside the line and turns that down to the mid-wicket area, and again goes over the boundary line. But we'll have to wait and see in the replay whether he did get a hand to it, but was he inside? That's
No,
another question.
He was outside. The ball
Okay.
was way outside.
So it was outside. 6 runs. Let's look at that on the replay. And he was outside. Well, another 6, 2 sixes in the over. 36 for 3. HN has moved on very quickly to 15. So Arthur Nez won't be happy about this. He's got 2 sixes already in the over. One that should not have gone for 6 at all, and the other was a genuine one. Arthur Nez will now come, he's going to come from round the wicket. And he's going to bowl to Etienne, who is motored on now to 15. There he is. And bowls to Etienne, who is getting a shorter, flatter delivery. Gets onto the back foot and cuts that down to backward point. That's going to go very close to the boundary. In fact, it goes over the boundary line. Was a sliding tackle there, hoping maybe just to pull it in. And in the end, the ball escaped the grass, down to the boundary for 4. That was a lovely shot. Waited and then dabbed it nicely. The latest of cut. And it went down to backward point for 4. 19 to 18. 40 for 3. Well, this has been a very expensive over. 17 runs coming off it. As here once more is Arthur Nez. Will move in to bowl to Etienne. Here he is now. And bowls. And Etienne is hitting that down to the mid-wicket area. We'll get one. They're coming back for the second. No, they decided against it. Maybe quite rightly too. As I did say a little earlier, Etienne is not as fast as he used to be in the former days, of course. So the over comes to an end. 5 overs gone. 3 for 41. Clove challengers. And this pair would be a critical pair to the ultimate total of the Clove challengers.
Yes, Alec Atten has over costing some 18 runs, and the run rate has now jumped to 8 and over. And so the Clove challengers are 41 for 3 now, and some good hitting there by both the captain, Roland Etienne, and Alexander.
Well, John, I will challenge you in the aftermath of your over because you did say it's a good move, but the good move yielded 18 runs.
Yes.
But to be fair with you, there was a drop catch.
There was a drop catch. Yes, definitely.
So it's going to be Etienne taking strike. He's on 20. And here is Deshante Thomas from the far end, brought into the attack. Left arm round the wicket, outside the off-stump shot. That should have been banged through the covers. Maybe his eyes lit up. It might have just come through a little faster than anticipated, though. 41 for 3. Etienne settles. He's 20. And here once more is Thomas. Deshante Thomas in now and bowls. And he's looking to swing that down to backward square. Doesn't make contact. The ball cannons into the pad and ricochets out on the offside. And the keeper very quickly has a peeling of the right glove. Picks the ball up. No chance of a single. Total remains on 41 for 3. Thomas once more from the River Road end in bright sunshine between the stumps and the umpire, round the wicket, and bowls to Etienne advances on the track, hits that sort of inside out. That's going to go all the way now with 4 runs. Just a couple of bounces before it goes over the boundary line. He advanced on the track and hit that inside out. It was a lovely time shot between the cover and the deep long off fielders down to the boundary for 4. He's got to 24 and the total has moved on to 45 for 3.
Yes, a lovely shot by the captain, using his feet and hitting that ball on the bounce and over extra cover. A lovely shot.
Yes, well, they're strengthening that offside field. That straightish extra cover has been plugged. Here is a delivery outside the off stump off the back foot and cuts the ball down to the sweeper position. There is Etienne. gets a single. He's gone on to the quarter century mark. He's gone to 25. And the total is pushed on now to 46 for 3. We're in over number 6. So Alexander, who is 9 of 5, comes into strike. Here is Thomas from the far end again, wrong the wicket and bowls. And he's hitting that in the air. And that's going to go all the way over long on. That's 6 runs. Lovely shot. He hit it flat really. It wasn't one of those that went very high in the air. It was flat enough, but it had sufficient power and great distance too, over the long on area. And that was a lovely shot for 6. Alexander has gone to 15. The 50 has come up, is 52 for 3. Here is Thomas again in and bowls, and in a very nice, clever manner. That's Alexander just opening the face of the bat and glides the ball down to cover in a rather sedate manner. There's a bit of poetic touch about it. Got a single. He'll be taking strike. And 6 overs gone. After 6 challengers, that's Clove challengers. They're 53 for 3, 53 for 3. And the run rate has gone up to 8.83.
Yes, Stevenson, the last 2 overs, he leaned some 30 runs. And,
Ooh.
yes, and the Clove challengers really starting to put the innings together. And to be quite fair, the Cinnamon Pacers not really doing themselves any justice.
Absolutely not. So 30 runs coming off the last 2. And what was looking as a paltry total over I guess maybe 3 overs ago. Now the prospects look much brighter. So we're just gone past the halfway stage, over past the halfway stage. 4 overs to go, and they're 53. They want to get up maybe to that 90 mark. So it's going to be Junior Cyrus who's going to be preparing to bowl to Richie Alexander. Here he is now in there and bowls to Alexander. Alexander gets a short delivery that he really should have punched away. Wide signal by the umpire. Maybe he saw it short, eyes lit up, and was just about too hasty into the shot. But you know what? They got one off that ball because it was wide. Now this is going to be a free hit, and it's gone all the way for 6-2. Now that was a delivery that was about shoulder height. It didn't drop. And so the outstretched hands of the umpire suggest that was really a no ball for height. 6 runs in the process. Now this is not very good at all for Cyrus. So there is a free hit. The field cannot be changed. 61 for 3. And Alexander's gone to 22. Here's a delivery of the back foot. Hits that down to the squarish cover position. And they get 1.
A drop catch.
Oh, it did go to the hand. Did it go to the hand?
Yes, another drop catch.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, and I really apologize to our viewers and listeners. I really did miss that. For a moment, I was following the angle of the bat, really, so it was another drop catch. Sorry. Here's a delivery outside the off stump, way too wide, signaled by the umpire now. Now, this is a really poor over by Junior Cyrus. 9 runs already coming off, 10 runs already coming off that over. Ooh, so he's being more and more productive. So some 40 runs of the last 3 or so overs. Delivery that is cut down to backward point. 4 runs. Beautiful shot off the back foot. It was short, and he hit that behind square on the offside, and it went very powerful indeed and very quickly indeed down to the boundary for 4. And Alexander is catching up with Etienne. He's gone to 23, 67 for 3.
Yeah, actually it's Etienne is the back.
Etienne, beg your pardon. Sorry. Etienne has gone to 29. Sorry. Well, it's the second time I've had to apologize in the over. I guess it's rather human to err. So Etienne is on 29 of 16. And here once more is Cyrus. He's been badly treated. None for 14 so far. In and bowls to Etienne. Etienne is hitting that off the back foot, but can't pierce the offside field. I think he'll be disappointed about that. Ball going straight to the fielder there at extra cover. And the total remains on 67 for 3. Cyrus is in once more and bowls to Etienne. Etienne is looking to late dab that one, but the ball might have just skid through and didn't make contact. The keeper collecting behind the stumps. 67 for 3. Etienne is 29. Alexander 23. Over number 7 in progress. Here is Cyrus in and bowls to Etienne. Etienne is coming forward, advancing down the track. And I think that Cyrus saw him coming, just pulled it back a little bit and sprayed it slightly wide. And the ball was cut down to backward point. The batsman had time to cross for one. One more to Etienne's total, which has pushed him now to 30. And Clove challengers, they've gone to 68 for 3 as Alexander now comes into strike. Here is Cyrus, bowls, and the ball is driven up to a wideish long off. They will come back for the second run. The return comes into the keeper's end, and they get 2 quite easily. So more production here for the Clove challengers. They've gone to 70 for 3, 70 for 3, 7 overs gone. And a little early on, John, we were wondering whether they will ever get up to the 90 mark, but it looks very much that they're on course.
Yes, poor over there by Cyrus. Healing some 17 runs in this over, and the Clove challengers looking a lot better now at 70 for 3 after 7 overs, and the run rate has gone up to 10. And Stevenson, in this format, anytime you have a run rate of 10, it's challenging for the opposition.
Very much.
So the Clove challengers looking very good right now.
And the last 3 have produced 47 runs. Woo! Oh, that's a lot. It really is a lot. 47 in 3 overs. Wow. So, 70 for 3. Etienne is taking strike. He's on 30. As here is Chad Charles. In, bowls, outside the half stump, hit down to the deep extra cover position, and that's going to go all the way for 4. He hit that one off the back foot and opened the face of the bat and hit it inside out. Let's look at that. Off the back foot, and he hit it hard. Don't forget, guys, he's a big man. And he belted that through the extra cover area. 4. He's gone to 34. It's 74 for 3.
Yeah, positive shot by the captain, Etienne. He leaned 4 runs, and he's continued to bat well.
Here is a delivery outside the off stump of the back foot. In the air, the catch is
Another drop.
dropped. Oh, well. It should have been taken. Thomas down there at the deep, wideish long off, and it was not the simplest of catch in the world, I must say. But when it reaches into the hands like that, you've got to take it. Another drop catch, 75 for 3. Here is a delivery that is cut behind square. Fine shot, 4 runs. No question about that one. Nothing iffy about that one. Not catchable outside the off stump, and he used the pace very well, opened the face of the bat and hit it nicely behind point. 4 runs. It was airborne for a while, but bisecting those 2 fielders, he is now gone on to 29, is 79 for 3.
Yes, a good shot there by Alexander, really opening the face of the bat and finding the gap quite efficiently there and getting 4 runs.
Charles once more in and bowls to Alexander. Alexander is looking to whip that through the onside. Succeeds in doing that just to the right of the square leg umpire. Gets a comfortable single. So he's moved into the 30s. In fact, exactly 30. And the total has moved on now to 80 for 3. Brings the more burly of the 2, Ronald Etienne, into strike, who's on 35. Here is Charles in now and bowls to
6.
Ooh, 6 runs. That was a delivery on about the leg stump. And Etienne rocked on the back foot and used all the muscle in the world and hit that strongly over the deep mid-wicket area. That's gone a long way. I would think maybe about 80 yards. 6 runs indeed. He's gone to 41. It's 86 for 3.
Yes, Etienne doesn't need a second invitation. He gets the ball over the boundary quite easily.
Whoa. Well, things are really happening here. Here is again once more. Both to Etienne outside the off stump and gets a wide. The umpire has just confirmed. So 1 more to the total, which has now gone on to 87. The run rate now 11.11 as it's once more Charles in and bowls to Etienne. Etienne is getting a wideish delivery that he cuts down to the deep extra cover area and the ball goes over the boundary line. 4 more. Wow, wow. Well, everything is falling apart. Everything is falling apart here for the Cinnamon Pacers. Four more runs, and that completes the over. So at the end of the over, 21 runs, in fact, coming off that over, and we have 68 runs coming off the last four.
Yes, another poor over there by Charles, and the Cinnamon Pacers really falling apart, and the Clove Challengers now move on to 91, and a partnership of 79 between Etienne and Alexander is a very good score right now, Stevenson.
Absolutely, 91 for three, 8 overs gone. So as to the question we were posing all the time as to whether they will get up to the 100 mark, there, if we go in sequentially, they're going to get well beyond the 100 mark. 2 overs to go and 91 for three. HN is 45, Alexander is 30. So as John has just confirmed that the partnership is 79 and the run rate right now is 11.38. 11.38. That is big, really big. Buddy is hailed back into the attack. He's bowled well, 1 for 6 in the only over he has bowled so far. So he's going to be into his second over. Whether he's going to stem the tide of runs here, we'll have to wait and see. Here is Richie Alexander facing up to Buddy down the leg side, looking to turn that maybe down to the fine line. He's pretty lucky there, John, because if he had gotten just a little nick onto that, that could have gone down to the fine leg boundary for 4.
Yes, definitely. There's only one man station at short fine leg, and any tickle where it'd be part of bat, he would have run down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, he was very lucky there, I dare say. Has an opportunity now to redeem himself. That's Buddy 1 for 7, and he's into his second over. He's got a third man backward point, cover right back on the boundary. There's a conventional extra cover, long off, long on, deep mid wicket. As here is Buddy moving in now to bowl to Alexander, who is looking to whip that through mid wicket. Maybe takes the back pad, confirmed by the umpire to be a leg by. So, one more to the total. It's now gone on to 93. 93 for 3 brings Etienne, who has the opportunity to get a 50 here, is 45.
Yes, and he has batted sensibly today.
Buddy, well, we've had 8 extras so far in the innings. Moves in 7 rather. And ball down the leg side. Confirmed a wide again by the umpire. This is not very good bowling at all. And total moves on by 1 to 94. 94 for 3. HN is 45. Ricky Alexander is 30. The partnership is worth 82 and the run rate 11.51. Can they bring it up to 12? Here once more is Buddy. Moving in, passes the umpire now and bowls. And Alexander hits that over the deep mid wicket area. That's gone a long way. That's gone imperiously. It was a regal hit. That's gone for 6 now, confirmed by the umpire. All the fielders, they stared rather helplessly as they saw that ball sail through the heavenlies over the boundary line. 6 more there to 80, and he's gone to 51. The 50, in fact, has been posted for him. Congratulated there by Alexander, and the 100 has also been posted.
Yeah, this is a massive 6 by Etienne, and a well-deserved half century by him today.
Oh, yeah, he's really batted very well. He's been power hitting. But he's in and bowls, and he's wrapped him on the pad. There's an appeal for leg before as the bowler runs through very quickly, try to essay the run out. And all is well that ends well, but the umpire has just signaled that that was a leg by. So 101 for 3. 101 for 3 as Ricky Alexander now comes into strike. So they've seen 100 on the board, and they'll want to push that a little deeper.
Yes, very much so. With 9 deliveries to go, we could well see them get into probably 110, 115.
It should be interesting that. Here he is once more. His Buddy moving in now and bowls to Alexander. Yorker-like delivery and gets a single. The bowler was crabbling there. He had a couple of grabs at it. There was a chance for a run out, I must say, but if he had held that ball cleanly and sort of turned around, then there was a chance. But he kept grabbing at it while he was on the floor. And the batsman saw the opportunity and gleefully ran through, took one. So one more to the total. It's now 102. And the big hitter in T10 now comes back into strike. Here once more is Buddy in bowls to T10. T10 comes inside the line and looking to heave ho that ball, maybe somewhere down to backward square. He went way outside the arse stump and sought to maybe just lift it over the backward square. Didn't make contact. Total remains on 102 for 3. And just one delivery remaining in this over. Buddy, 1 for 15. Will want to make it 1 for 15 of 2. Let's see whether he can do that. In now on balls to T10. T10 is going to be getting a wide. Yes, confirmed by the umpire, another wide. So far, we've had some 6 wides. 6 wides bowled. So they've been peppered, and then so many wides don't help, do they?
No, definitely. That's an additional over.
It sure is an additional over.
Yeah.
So some 7 more balls remaining in the innings here. He's advancing down the track and tries to hit that over mid-wicket. The ball takes it on the edge and they manage to scamper a single home. So that's the end of the over. 9 gone. 104 for 3. 104 for 3. Achan is 52. How well he has batted. Ricky Alexander is 31. The partnership is worth 92. And might we have a 100 partnership, which would be the first one, of course, for the season. We'll have to wait and see. But there is a distinct possibility if they do get 8 runs in this final over, that they can have something as a milestone of getting a 100-run partnership.
Yes, Stevenson. I think it will be a well-deserved 100 partnership because both Alexander and Etienne, have batted superbly this afternoon.
They certainly have. There's no question about it. And they came in when things were really, really bad. It really looked rather precarious for them and rather dangerous. But they redeemed themselves rather well. So here is Micah Narayan in and bowls to Etienne, hits that down to wideish long on. They're hurrying back for the second run. I think he's run out. Yes, he is. Well, they were saying to themselves, here is a fine opportunity to come for the second run. They both said 2-2. You can hear it in the stump microphone. And in the end, Alexander was run out, but I think he really wanted to get Etienne back on strike. He is gone for 31, and so the challengers, Clove challengers, they're now 100 and 104 for 4.
Yes, Alec Alton is doing a brilliant piece of fielding down on the long on boundary and returning a swift return back to the ball and dislodging the stumps. And a brilliant partnership has now been broken. But kudos to Alexander. He really played a gem of an innings.
But he has nothing to be ashamed about at all, really. Is Alexander. He played his role very well and did a great job to ensure that his team's total now 105 for 4. So Etienne is now joined by Imran Joseph, who hits that down to the long off area. Oh, the catch has not been taken. That's gone all the way. So that's a 6 by Etienne. It was pitched up and he came forward and drove it. And the long off fielder looked as though he was in business for a while. But just parry that over the boundary line. All the ones now on the board. 1-1-1 for 4. And that was a bad miss.
Yes, that's certainly a bad miss by the fielder down on the long off boundary and just giving away six easy runs again.
Yeah, Thomas, we're told on the long off boundary. Well. 111 for 4. So here once more is Narayan in now and bowls to HN, who comes forward, drags the ball down to forward square, thought about the single, started to come for it, but then realizing that Imran Joseph was stranded there, well, he fell down, slipped and slided, and said quickly, no, 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 no. You can hear it coming through the stump microphone. He was not interested in at all. He would not have made it. He would not have made it at all. So it's 112 for 4 as Imran Joseph, now comes into strike. So here is Micah Narayan moves in. He's a short bowler. He's in and bowls, and that is flat batted down to the long off area. The return comes in very quickly. So there is no chance for the single, backed up there by the keeper. It did come to the non-striker's end. It seemed to be a comedy of errors there. In fact, the umpire seemed to got in line with the throw, luckily moved away, and they saw the opportunity to take the second, but they decided against it. Might have been just too risky. So T10 is 60. He'll be taking strike. 113 for 4. As here once more is a delivery that is hit in the air, going down the ground. That's gone a long way. Oh, that's a massive hit. It's a humongous hit, a ginormous hit. That's 6 runs, gone all the way. Beautiful shot there by T10. Got to the pitch of it and lifted it high and handsome. Oh, look how he advanced. He kept his shape very well too. And when it's straight like that, and it's high like that, and it's powerful like that, it's going to go all the way. He's gone to 66. It's 119 for 4.
This was a proper cricket shot.
It was. Last delivery of the innings coming up. Here's Micah Narayan. Bowls, and T10 gets that outside the arse stump, and he's going to be comfortably run out there, Imran Joseph. Well, you know, they're going to be running for everything. The last delivery of the over, I don't think it's going to hurt at all. So whatever the case is, the innings has just been folded as 119 for 4, and what a remarkable comeback by the Clove challengers. Of course, Alexander and T10, they were the two that really redeemed the Clove challengers, and they've got a beautiful total, rather impressive total of 119 there on the board. And for one moment, it looked as though it might be about 60 or 70 for victory. They've turned the tide around.
Yeah, definitely a good comeback by the Clove challengers. A partnership of 92 between Alexander and T10, and bringing up the score to 119, and really very good performance, but you know, a very poor performance, Stevenson, in the field by the Cinnamon Pacers. Dropped in
about 4 catches,
and you know, misfilled some crucial boundary saving deliveries, and hence the reason the score is 119 for 5.
Yeah, well, they will chide themselves. They will go back to the dressing room, and there is no use for them to go out there and quarrel. What they need to do now is to get out there and bat. And after the match, whatever the outcome is, I think with the team meeting, they'll be able to see the deficiencies and where they really went wrong. So I think we do have a post-innings interview. Well, we're looking Denroy down there. He's lost his hat in the process. It's rather windy. Who you've got with us there, Denroy?
Hey, thank you very much, Stevenson. I have Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan, the first 3 overs you all bowled beautifully, but after some drop catches, things went here. What do you think on the inning so far?
Well, I think after the first 3 overs, we had a plan. We came out to execute with it. Unfortunately, coming to the ending of the first innings of the game, it didn't finish as well for us. But I think it's just about staying positive and just continue until the end.
I think you all pride yourself on fielding, but a lot of drop catches. What went wrong?
Really unfortunate day. Can't say what happened. We did a lot of fielding drills and we were quite positive in the field. I think maybe just one of those days where we didn't get it right.
Okay, but you're chasing 120 for victory. Do you think you have the batsmen to chase on such a high total?
Yeah, I think we have quite a great amount of players, and we have like Ali Katanes, who know when he gets going he could destroy any bowling. Unfortunately, Tate hasn't gotten out, but we know in his ability. We have Hazard, we have a few players and we're just backing in our abilities to do it, and we know once we get going and once we continue sticking to our plans, we can execute.
Well, all the best for the chase. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll be back in a short because I have Kedrick Williams is coming too. So give us about in not 2 minutes and we get Kedrick.
So Kedrick Williams will be interviewed there shortly. Clove challengers 119 for 5, and the run rate 11.90. 11.90. So it's a tall order, a big asking. Impossible? Absolutely no. They could possibly change this wrong. Let's go back to Desroy. Oh, he's seemingly not quite. Yes, he is ready now.
Yes, thank you very much, Stevenson. With me, we have Kedrick. Kedrick, the first 3 overs, you were in a bit of border, but after there, you have a beautiful captain innings by Etienne, 60-something and not out. What are your thoughts?
First of all, I want to say thank God for bringing me here. It's always a pleasure to come to Grenada. But I mean, rough start. I mean, you can see the wicket was spinning a little bit low, but the guys got to adjust to the wicket really fast, and that's what something you need to be able to adjust to wickets really fast and play to the condition. And the guys did a really good job.
Yeah, they extremely good. Now, defending 120. What are your plans going out there?
The plans, honestly, we made 120, but the plans is to restrict them for under at least 70. So if your bowler's going out with a mentality that probably you make like 60 or 70 runs and go hard at the start, get some early wickets in, hit the right areas, execute the plans that we set in the dressing room, then we should be fine.
Well, all the best for the chase. Thank you very much, Kedrick. Back to you, Stevenson.
Right, so challengers, after having a rather shaky and dangerous start, they redeemed themselves quite remarkably to score 119 for 5 of the allotment of 20 overs. The extras were rather large, I dare say, 7 extras in the process there. And it's a great opportunity to see a really good match with 66 not out by Etienne. Alexander also came very well with 31. They were the 2 main scorers for the Clove challengers. And now it will be up to their bowlers to see how they can defend that.
Yes, Stevenson, Kedrick said it right. You know, the mindset has to be 60 or 70 runs, and not think that you have 120. So the Cinnamon Pacers would definitely look to go after it. It's not beyond them, because the ability of players like Atanaz and the rest is really not beyond them, but it will take some doing.
It certainly will, and we'll be on hand to, of course, bring you the live broadcast, which would be just a few minutes from now. So the victory target, 120.
Live from the stadium that delivered that memorable and emphatic win to the West Indies, Grenada, comes the Dream 11 Spice Style T10 2.0 cricket competition. 30 matches, 14 days of exciting T10 cricket action. 6 teams, only one will be champions. See the likes of the Spiceman, Andre Fletcher, Devon Smith, international players Kesrick Williams, Alec Atenez, and more. Support your team. Love the game. Dream 11 Spice Style T10 2.0 cricket competition. April 5th to the 18th. Grenada National Stadium. Pure Spice of the Caribbean.
Energy. The world runs on it every day.
Good morning. Welcome to Seoul.
Hi.
Hi.
And when we put the best of the Caribbean together with the energy we harness, everything runs so much smoother. Because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting people.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Seoul, wherever your journey begins.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Have you ever seen a jab cooking oil down and Tanya log in the same pot? Neither have we until now. But we guarantee there is a whole lot more amazing things to see on your next trip to Grenada. And if you encourage someone to book an adventure to our island paradise, then you can be one of the winners of special.
Welcome back to the National Stadium. Again, we are witnessing match number 9, Cinnamon Pacers, the up against Clove Challengers. Well, we have just seen 2 beautiful innings that brought Clove to 119 for 5 in their 10 overs. And we are expecting really exciting finish here. Cinnamon Pacers would want to pull off this victory to get their first 2 points of the tournament. None of these teams has so far recorded any points, so certainly one of these teams would have the first 2 points. Had been really a good inning we have seen today from Ronald Etienne, 66 not out, really stroked the ball very well. But that short inning of 31 from Vicky Alexander also really was a critical part that he played. Remembering that Clove Challengers lost their first 3 wickets very early. Partnership of 93 brought them to 119 for 5. So opening the batting, Alec Altenas, I think one of the top scorers in the first edition of this tournament, Desmond Maloney, and they are both players for the Volcanoes. So really, they have experience and they are really good players. So they are opening the batting for Clove Challengers, Cinnamon Pacers. The left arm spin of Ronald Etienne going to pick it up from this northern end. And he's going to be bowling to Atenes, first delivery, which is pushed back on the offside. Etienne doing his own feeling. Ronald Etienne, the captain of Clove Challengers. And this ball is swinging down to mid-wicket. There's a fielder coming off the boundary. So the batsman amble a single. Altenas off the mark with 1. So it's 1 without loss. Target 120. Desmond Maloney comes in to strike. And he too had some good stats, and he would want to carry on. They would want to make sure that they have a very good platform so they can chase that score of 120 for victory. The right-handed Maloney. Etienne just stop at the offside field backward point. Short third man, cover extra, cover and a mid-off, all in the circle. Short delivery, swung down to mid-wicket. The fielder is getting on there, he takes the catch. And Maloney goes, caught by Bishop on the mid-wicket boundary, and really first strike there for Clove Challengers. As Desmond Maloney looking to pull this one somewhere over mid-wicket, not getting hold of it. And Bishop coming in and take a very good catch. And really a first strike for Cinnamon Pacers. Clove Challengers losing their first. Cinnamon Pacers, they losing their first wicket. Attempting to get to 120 for victory.
Maloney won't be happy about that dismissal at all. Bishop took a good catch though. and very much in contrast, of course, to the opponents who dropped quite a few in their feeling. That was well judged, well taken. Cinnamon not off to a good start at all. They're 1 for 1.
Yeah, well, certainly, this is a start that Clove challengers Rob wanted. Yesterday, they lost a match in the Super Over, and Etienne, who's in our view one of the tighter bowlers in this format of the game, he went for 26 in 2 overs. I remember in that Safan striker needed to get 39 in 3 overs, and they actually did. It ended up tie, both teams on 38, and then the Super Over. But in that Super Over, he bowled 2 overs and he got 26 runs, which is unlike ETN. So, but you are certainly right in terms of the feeling.
Just one, not three, just one.
Was not up to par what we expected. Quite a number of catches was dropped. ETN. This one Hazard there, a little difficulty. Push on the offside.
Some serious bunks there, boy.
Yeah, he got some bunks attached to that one too. I'm a little surprised that he got such a huge bunks.
Javed Hazard and the fielders are on their toes. See a well packed offside field, all in the circle. From short third man to mid off. Quicker deliveries, he's looking to pull, hit on the pad, but just seeming to go down the legs. Good decision. As another short, quick delivery. And Hazard looking to pull it, just crash into the pad, but seemingly from here probably would have just missed the leg stump.
That's what it's looking like, but we have an opportunity to see it. Oh, yeah, maybe just outside the leg stump.
Pretty close one.
Good shot though.
Etienne, left arm around. Hazard bowled him. Well, certainly look here as though being bowled. You're going to see the replay what happened there, but it certainly looked as
it may have come off the pad of the keeper. May have come off the pad of the keeper and onto the stumps. We did hear. Let's look at it here. Let's see exactly what happened. Yes, it was very close. Came off the glove and went onto the stumps.
Yeah, but it certainly hurt there as if it would crash into the stumps.
Yes.
So, good delivery. End of a good over, Etienne. His first over, picking up the important wicket of Maloney. 1 for 1 after 1 over, and these require still 119 runs from 54 deliveries.
Lot will depend on these two here to do something special, as Alexander and Etienne did at their turn at the crease. Athenaeus and Hazard, they would want to just restore and redeem themselves out of the hollow that they find themselves in at the moment.
Well, it's 1 for 1, but just remembering that Clove challengers lost 3 early wickets. I think they were something like 11 for 3 or something of that sort. So they lost some early wickets and then they came back. But Athenaeus is a player that I think was the MVP of the first edition. Really good player.
Deserved it too.
A lot will depend on him. As we look at Jaron Noel, the right arm off spinner, and he's coming over the wicket to bowl to Athenaeus, who is looking to drive again. Ball right up, not getting hold of it. That went out on the offside. This is a player that really, I think Cinnamon Pacer will be looking to help bring them to that total. But Noel, this one is playing straight to backward point. Etienne, the captain, very quick, even though he's just put on a bit of side, but his movement, he still is moving really quickly on the field.
He's always been a very energetic player, always lively. That hasn't changed.
Again, he's playing offside, straight to cover. They go for the run. Yeah, good running, and Hazard really backed up well there. As this one just went to the right of the cover fielder, who just had to move a bit his left.
I think Athenaeus has to remember the sort of player he is. There's no need for him to lose his shape when he's batting. When he plays good cricket shots, he tends to produce much better. So he's not a slugger at all. He's the kind of player that is a good, genuine striker of the ball and likes the ball to be coming off the middle of the bat while keeping shape. So that's going to be very important for him to remember.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you. And this is the reason why he did so well, because we were sitting here and wondering where the power was coming from when he was clearing this boundary with ease. And this is not a small field, but yet he was clearing it with ease. So it tells you something about timing and positioning, getting to the right position. So Hazard, and the face is first delivery from Noel. Again, Hazard looking to play outside. They have some made no contact. Looking to probably pick that gap between backward point and cover square.
Yes, it's not a big gap though. It's a rather small gap, just about 15 yards.
And this one hitting 2 mid-wicket, and this could go down to the boundary for 4. Just picking that gap between the mid-on and the mid-wicket wide, and it goes down to the boundary for 4.
It's important really to utilize, Raphael, your first fours, the power play. When the field is in, that's when you need to go over the top. And once you get to the pitch of the board, and have a pretty good idea as to where those fielders are, utilize that power play. Because when the field is spread, you've got to now begin to think about ones and twos rather than the conventional boundaries.
Yeah. With the fielders on the leg side, all in the circle. You see it goes high into the air. They're going to clear the short third man fielder, and the batsman going to come back for 2 runs. Again, Hazard looking to repeat the shot, to take from outside the off stump, just to clear that leg side field, and it's going to high up off the bat over the short third man fielder, and he picked up 2 runs in the process.
Well, the overs come to an end, and at the end of 2, they're 8 for 1. Slow going.
Yeah, well, we have seen really started off slow, but we would have seen in the inning of Clove Challengers, some 68 runs were scored in some 4 overs. So you really you can pick up 2 big overs and really put you back on track. So
it's got to be around here, River. It's got to be around here. Don't forget your total is a big one, 120. That's big. So you want to remind yourself that, look, this is important. The required run rate as it stands now is 14. So this has to be a crucial over. You've got to get up close to 14 in this over just to keep it manageable. And if you only get about 6 in this over, then you're thinking about 15, and the pressure is going to certainly build. So you've got to go hard now.
So Imran Joseph, right fast, did create an impact as he came on the scene with his pace. He's going to bowl to the left-handed Atenas. So over the wicket Atenas, he's looking for the drive, ball right up. And let's wait for the umpire signal there. Get some bat on it. Just went out on the offside as we look at the replay there. Looking for the big drive. And you see probably his shape, and probably looking to hit somewhere over long on. And that ball just taking the edge into the pad. He picked up a single in the process.
Yeah, but again, we emphasize he is generally an orthodox player. And he doesn't want to change that around very much. When his production is best, when he remains orthodox. When he decides to be rather unorthodox, his production level decreases.
So Imran Joseph and Hazard is looking to cut, pretty quick delivery, good carry. As he was looking to cut at his delivery, he seemed to have been beaten for pace there. That one really crashes shooted into the keeper's glove.
Contrasting delivery, the first one was pitched right up, just inviting the left-handed Alvarez for the drive. The second one to Hazard was pitched much shorter, So contrasting length, I dare say, and that one made some height also. I think he was beating them for a bit of pace.
We see the third man is now being pushed right back. Just so the two fielders out, third man right back on the fence, and we have the deep backward square on the fence. And on the leg side, we have a short fine leg, mid wicket, just to the left of the square leg umpire, and a mid on the offside, backward point, cover, extra cover, and a mid off as Joseph. He's going to bowl to the right-handed Javed Hazard. Hazard, who would have had quite some good starts. This will be signal wide down the leg side. As Hazard looked to clip this one somewhere to mid-wicket. Joseph just trained in line. It's 10 for 1.
Yeah, but it has been a lovely day of cricket. Quite beautiful, clean, pristine. Day with the sun shining out quite marvelously.
Yeah, and certainly we look at some of the persons who would have helped in this, Spice Mass. This one, they said, beautiful shot through the covers. Actually went through the field at cover. This was short in length, and Hazard was on top of it and really hit it really well all along the ground. And he went through the covers for 4. Let's see, give himself room, and really smashed it as it went past the fielder for 4.
Yeah, that was hit hard. He advanced on the track and sort of played through the line of the ball and smacked it through the cover area. That went very quickly across the turf. That's the kind of shots that you want now. You want to be as productive as possible. Still got another 3 deliveries in this over, and he'll want another boundary. That's going to be crucial. You've got to get another boundary here.
So 6 runs in the over so far. Still with 3 deliveries. And he's swinging hard and high. In there, somebody going to get to it, but no ball being called there by the umpire. And let's see if it goes down over the rope for 4. Another short delivery, and Hazard swinging very hard as we look at the replay here. Probably just overstepping. He got it high on the bat, but with the pace, it really carried down to deep backward square. And let's see. And it drops. Let's see. Yeah, just dropped 1 bounce, and it goes over the roof for 4.
Yeah, well, he wasn't in danger of being dismissed at all because it was a no ball. So it's a free hit now, 19 for 1.
And he's swinging and missing there. Hazard, I think it would have been better if he were trying to hit straight, swing across the line. The ball just seemed to straighten a bit. He made no contact. 19 for 1. We have Joseph so far going for 11 in this over.
Yeah, they want to make sure that this over, Clove, they want to make sure that they get about 15, 16 runs of this over. That's important for them.
And this one is hit straight to backward point. Again, no timing.
Okay, Black, say.
The score remained 19 for 1. Still 101 needed. 43 deliveries. So, you know, as you said, it will take some getting.
Yeah, it certainly will. They still got to be scoring at 14 runs per over. They need like 2 boundaries per over to give them a sense of safety.
Pitch up, and how did that miss the stump again? Right up, and Hazard looking to swing across it, made no contact. And that really delivery concluded the over. It's 3 overs being bowled, 19 for 1. Hazard 14 from 12, and Altenas 3 from 6.
Yes, well, the asking rate now is 14.43, almost 15. The current run rate 6.33. And, well, Arthur is and Javid, they gotta sort of throw caution to the wind, I dare say, at this moment. You can't sit there and think, well, let's try to see whether we can bring this deep. I think before you think about bringing it deep, you've got to deal with what's on hand now, and that is a very high run rate, required run rate, that is.
So Gerard Noel, the fourth over, final over of the power play. And again, fielders on the offside, all in the circle. Then he's hitting this one down to long on. Again, no timing. He's dragging it down to long on and picked up a single. You need really to start thinking of more than singles. Need to get boundaries.
Might have been advised to maybe advance and hit that inside out rather than trying to tug it down to deep mid wicket. So what had the potential maybe of 4 or 2 or 3 as the case may be, it just turns out to 1.
Martinez hitting this one high and hard. Where does this go? Clears the long on fence, and that goes for 6. And really, he didn't look that way when he hit it, but really the timing was superb. And it went over long on for 6.
Hazard that was.
Hazard.
Yeah, he's gone to 20 now of 13. You need a couple more like those. So with the required run rate of 14.10, at the end of this over, they'll want to see that down to about 13. That's important.
26 for 1. Noel. Hazard again. Just only hitting this one back to the bowler. Again, looking for the big shot. And as you said, probably this is the time with the fielders in the circle. Short delivery, pulled over mid-wicket for 4. Bad delivery and really given the right treatment, and it went over mid-wicket for 4.
Yes, delightful boundary too. It was a bad one. It was short, and he rocked onto the back foot, came inside the line and tugged it around, pulled it nice and handsomely, and it made a few bounces before going over the boundary line. So, well, they've had, 11 runs in this over so far. I make it? No, it's 11, thereabout.
Yeah, 11 so far.
Yeah.
With 2 deliveries to go.
Yes, 11 with 2 deliveries.
And this one, it's going to run close. Well, it's stopped by Joseph coming around it. Probably will be called wide, let's see. He probably got some bat on it. Got some bat on it. As it was wide and Hazard was looking to hit through the offside. Bottom edge goes down to a fine third man. Imran Joseph, a short third man, moved to his left. 31. White ball signal again. Altona's looking to give himself room. And Noel would have seen this, push it wider.
Well, he's 4-7, a little uncharacteristic of him though.
Again, he's looking to drive outside the off stump, made no contact, and that concludes the over from Noel. He conceded just about 13 runs after four overs, 32 for 1. Power play has ended, and he's still looking for 88 in 37 deliveries.
Well, after the power play, 31 for 1, sorry, 32 for 2, I think they would have preferred to see like 50 for 1 rather than 32 for 1. So they're sort of way behind that sort of asking rate. 14.67, which is a tall order, is rather big. In other words, they've got to score 88 from 36 balls. So when you look at the balls versus runs, well, you'd want to think that Clove challengers, they're maybe in the ascendancy at this moment.
Yeah, most definitely they would want, they look the more confident team, as we see now the experience of Keswick Williams. He picking up the attack from this northern end. He going to be bowling to Javed Hazard, who's 25 from 16. He has been the one that have been really pushing the score along. This one is played down to mid-wicket. Let's see, they're looking for 2 runs. They just settle for 1. Hazard, they're not timing this one.
But I think they should have thought about pushing for 2 there, because Bishop had to make coverage about 30 yards to his left. And by the time he's got to pick it up and throw it back in, I just think they should have run the first one rather quickly.
No ball signal. Belatedly no ball signal there. And players look a little confused. Maybe someone who probably there was one player too much outside of the circle.
So that's quite possible.
As we look at, quite possibly as we look at 3, and could have been 6 players out to the circle. .34 for 1. We are in the 5th over. Keswick Williams, this time he goes over the wicket to the left-handed Altenaz. And for this delivery, he's hitting high. This goes in the air. Could someone get close to it? No, just eluding the backward point. And the batsman come back for 2 runs. Again, looking to hit this one somewhere over backward square. And not getting hold of it.
Oh, he certainly didn't cue that very well. It's been a rather uncharacteristic innings by Altenaz. He's a great time of the ball and tends to hit the ball rather cleanly. Today he's looked rather jerky, a bit out of shape. And when I say out of shape, I'm not talking physically. Usually when you're batting and you keep your shape, then you tend to play the ball much, much better.
Yeah, I agree with you. Really a nice time of the cricket ball. Again, he's having difficulty, ball pitch right up. And the fluency that we associated Altenaz with, we now really seen it.
On another day, you know what, Rapel, he would have squared driven that. Opened the face of the bat and glided on to the 3rd man. This time he's trying to hit it much too hard. Hits it hard into the ground.
Yeah, as you see, just losing his shape a bit, looking for power. As Williams. Right up, hit straight. And this, let's see, just cleared the long off there. And it goes for 6. Joseph right back. And jumping, getting his hands to it and just going through his hands. And over the ropes for 6.
It was always going to be a very difficult assignment for him. This time he hit it straight. And it was airborne quite a bit. And yes, it had to be a very spectacular catch. To catch it in the air, maybe throw it back and then run back in and complete the catch.
Full to the bat, again driving, but back to Williams. Again, not being able to show the fluency that we associate him with, but score is 42 for 1, with one delivery to go in the 5th over.
Well, they require 78 from 31. From the context of the game, it's been a good over so far by Keswick.
See this again right up, and again Altenaz looking to swing this one. Again, somewhere over mid-wicket, made no contact, and the score remains 42 for 1. Probably just one more delivery left.
Yes, so requires 78 of 30. Run rate now 15.10. You must come big here. You must come big.
And this one, he clipped it over the keeper head, and this going to run into the boundary for 4. Altenaz getting inside of his wicket and just helping it, just to the right of the keeper, and it goes down to long leg for 4.
I thought he played that very well. In the days when you played cricket, Rapel, and if you had done something like that, I'm sure the coach would have chided you for playing such an unorthodox shot. But the game has evolved quite remarkably over the years, and you've got players who now playing the scoop, the switch hit, all of those reverse sweeps. All of those are relatively new innovations. I remember, in fact, the first person I saw reverse sweeping was Gordon Greenwich in England. What year was that? That was, I think somewhere in the 90s, thereabout, or late 80s. Might have been late 90s or sorry, early 90s or late 80s. I think it was late 80s though, where he reverse swept. And that was the first time I saw somebody had done that.
Yeah, the game has really evolved. At one time, a lot was spoken about in terms of your technique, in terms of bat and pad, and playing your orthodox up to mid-off, mid-on. But that has certainly changed with the franchise around the world, and really the game is different.
I remember the good old days, Raphael, when batsmen would be tapping away at the crease, while the bowler might be coming in, and that's when you lift your bat. Now the bat is lifted, and the high back lift is there, lifted and waiting for that bowler to come in.
So Darren Ned, it is take it up from that southern end, short delivery, and hit down to backward point. The cover comes very well. Good feeling on the boundary there, as his ball was struck very firmly by Hazard. So he picked up a single in the process. Good timing. He was on top of this one and hit it well. I just needed to get it probably a little bit squarer to beat that feeler on the cover boundary.
73 of 29.
So Ned, who have not yet batted the way we expect him to, or we have seen him. He has been very prolific in the local tournament. 3 centuries so far he has scored in this year's tournament, St. Andrews, St. David's. He's again alternates, probably got edge on it, and just goes over the boundary for 4 there. It's actually his wide being called, and it goes down to the boundary for 4. Again, looking to hit square.
And that's Sheldon Andrews coming across very quickly. I thought he made a gallant effort. He really did very well. And I guess the pace with which the ball was traveling, it would have been very difficult for him to keep it from going over. He got a hand to it, but in the end, I guess the momentum of the ball just carried it over the boundary line.
52 for 1, 68 from 29. Ned. And none for 6.
Yeah, they need a couple of boundaries.
Again, Atenes hit this one well. Let's see where this goes. Over extra cover for 4. Again, Ned pitching it there full and wide. And Atenes is coming across as we look at the replay here and really hit this one inside out.
Look
over extra cover.
Look how good that shot is. That shot is, I don't know if we realize how good that shot is. He was already way outside the off stump. The bowler saw him seeking to make room and pitched it further. And he just opened the face of the bat and still hit it inside out.
Again, this one is flashing outside the off stump, no contact. Ned getting the ball to leave the left-handed alternate. And that shot, that's what made that shot before such a good shot, because the ball was actually leaving him. And he had to come across and really get into the sort of position to get bat onto it.
The run rate has gone down for the first time in quite a while. It's gone back up now to 14, just over 14. They want to bring that down to under 14, just for the psychological benefit.
So Ned, this is full hit down to White Todman for 4. Full delivery. Again, Atenes going after it and getting a bottom edge, but getting no bat onto it. That caused it to beat the backward point and rush down to the boundary for 4. 24, and Atenes 24. 60 for 1. And we're still in the 6th over. 60 required from 26 deliveries.
Yeah, it's a tall asking. Not impossible, but I dare say tall. It is important for a couple of things. 1, for the rotation, turning over of the strike. And 2, you must have boundaries. Those are 2 important features for a success story.
Well, there's 14 runs after over so far. And this one is caught. Lovely shot down to backward point between the point and the White Todd man, and it rushes down to the boundary for 4. Lovely shot by Athens. This is this is what we know of him. He really was in position and really cut hard. And the third man on the boundary really didn't have a chance.
And he went deep into the crease to do that. Went right back on the crease. And Andrew, who is generally very fast across the turf, Shion Andrew, really couldn't do anything about it. He challenged it, but it was futile.
So this pass is 64 for 1. As yes, again, looking to drive, made no contact again, trying to hit across this one. And it goes to the keeper. So at the end of the 6th over, 64 for 1, 56 required from 24 deliveries.
Well, the current run rate is just about 10, just over 10, and the required run rate is 14. Now, is it gettable? Yes, it's gettable. But it means that the Cinnamon Pacers won't want to lose a wicket. No, not now at all. 56 of 24, it is reachable, but you've got to make sure that these next couple of overs, they've got to be productive. You don't want in your final over that you've got 15 to win. Generally, the bowling team will have very much an advantage.
So 64 for 1. The right-handed Hazard in strike, and Joseph is on his way. This right up will be signaled wide again, just losing his line as it went down the leg side. 65 for 1, so certainly the pressure is beginning to build as he gets closer to the finish. The field for Joseph is third man, right back on the boundary. From a point, we have cover on the boundary, extra cover and a long off. As short delivery, swing down the backward square, and this goes way over the boundary for 6. Lovely shot played by Hazard there. Even though he didn't look as short, but he picked it up well. And as we looked at the replay, just hit it over that backward square position, and certainly a well-deserved 6.
It wasn't necessarily a bad ball, Raphael. It was just about middle and off there, about, or maybe directly on the middle stump. The thing is that he went onto the back foot very quickly, picked up the line and the length quickly, and hammered it over the deep forward square boundary, and it went all the way for 6. It was a flat 6, well hit.
71 it is. This one played down to the backward point, the Ambler single.
And that's good, rather than having a dot ball. So 2 balls, 7 runs have come off those 2 balls. They've got to make this over a big over, 15, 16 to really wind their way back into this contest.
Well, 72, 148 from 22. Still in the contest. I think it's still really competitive. It can go anyway.
Yeah, the run rate, Raphael, 13 runs per over needed.
Wide signal, bad delivery. And let's see, they're going to also run a single in the process. So 2 runs and still a delivery to go.
Yeah, he's got to bowl that over. So they need 46 of 22. I think we got a match on hand here, don't
Yeah,
we?
we do have a match. We do have a match on our hand. There's still 4 deliveries to go in this over, and at 74, you get up to 85, 90 at the end of this over. We do have a match on. So the right-hander Hazard comes into strike, and he's pulling this one down to mid-wicket. Where does this go? Clear the mid-wicket fence for another 6. Another good shot, and the ball was not as short, but he really hit it well. And that cleared that mid-wicket boundary for 6.
How good is this shot? How good is this shot? Really good. Shot onto the back foot. It sat up nicely, really nice. As if he were waiting on it. It could well be that he anticipated a short rising ball, rocked onto the back foot, and hit it clean as a whistle. Didn't look to hit it too high in the sky. Flat enough, powerful enough, 6 runs. I love that shot. The couple of sixes that he hit, pulled in that area, I thought I loved this one even better than the first.
Yes, I think he knew he was preparing himself for the short stuff, knowing have played against Joseph before, expecting that. So he really was in position and hit it well. Playing a really splendid hand. He's 40 from 21. As he faces another delivery from Joseph. This one is right up and they're going to go down to the boundary for 4. Let's wait for the signal. And it comes off the bat. And it goes down to the boundary for another 4.
Yeah, it was a sort of inside edge. If we got a benefit of the replay, we'd see that it might well have been somewhere around the leg stump. And he tickled it. Now, let's look at it. Right, it went between just taking the inside edge of the bat and still went between the legs down to the boundary for 4. You can't fault the keeper at all for that. It was screaming past his left hand, and this is turning out to be a highly productive over. Very, very productive indeed.
Joseph, none for 31.
Yeah.
In his second over, a good slower delivery, which was well played, down to third man, and they pick up a single.
Yeah, so I think 16 runs have already come off this over, and there's still another legal delivery to go. Now Raphael, the required run rate has now quickly dived down to 11.05. So that's manageable. It is manageable. 85 for 1. It's manageable. Now, this is all about the excitement of the game here, and it's all about the drama as it unfolds. This is a lovely, lovely match.
This is Jim. Beautiful shot. Lovely shot. Let's see that goes across the road for a lovely shot. Very good shot by Atenas. And really, he played with all the ease as he came across and stroked this one for 4.
This is absolutely unbelievable. Now, he came forward, and what looked, Raphael, like a gentle push while opening the face of the bat turned out to be screaming across the turf down to the boundary for 4. As I said before, there is no need for him to play the big slugs. That's not his game. But he's caressing the ball with equal result, meaning effectiveness, that is. 89 for 1, 7 overs gone. Raphael, they do need 31 of 18. That's more than gettable.
Yeah, but I did see, and 23 runs came off that over. Really was a big over, and I did see it get up to, at the end of this over, to 90. It looks pretty, but at 89 for 1, 3 overs to go, you certainly would think that only 1 wicket down, you really think that the batting team would feel a sense of confidence going for the 31 runs.
Right, the captain, who is usually economical, T10 is going to be in bowling. Now, how important this over is, I think it's absolutely crucial. Now, if you're a Cinnamon Pacers fan or player, you would want to get about 14, 15 from this one.
This one is swung down to the backward square. It clears the boundary for another 6. Again, just around the legs. And Hazard is bringing up his 50 with a lovely shot, which he really swept from around middle and leg stump.
Now, how good is that shot? A top class shot, a really top class. It's not a top edge. It really was genuinely. He got inside the line and lifted it handsomely down to the deep backward square area.
95 for 1. Hazard is steering this one to short third man, and they come to for a single. He'll go thinking 96 for 1. We are in the 8th over.
I like the idea here. The idea here is to dab and get a single. So now, with the left-hander in, it means that T10 would have to change maybe his line and change his length, and then the field will have to change. That's the dynamism of rotating the strike. Left and right-handed combination makes it even more complex.
Yeah, makes it so difficult when you change. This one is hit to mid-wicket. The mid-wicket fielder comes off the boundary. And another single to Atenas.
Put your body behind it, man.
97 for 1.
Yeah.
Really have been a good reply so far.
8 runs of the 3 deliveries already of this over.
Again, he's sweeping and it beat this. And this is going to go down to the boundary for another 4. Just past the short fine leg of backward square. And that goes down to the boundary for 4.
This
the 100 comes up.
Yeah, Raphael, this is a pivotal inning. It really is pivotal. If anybody told us that Hazard would be playing such a marvelous, stupendous innings, I think by and large everybody would say no. But you know, when it's your day, it's your day. And this is Hazard's day. Absolutely gorgeous. No slugging hitting. It's just good, authentic, genuine cricket shots. Lovely to look at. 19 from 14 balls.
This one plays on the onside. Let's see if it comes off the pad or the bat. Yeah, leg by signal by the umpire. Again, we see the rotation. Now the left hander comes in the strike, which makes it somewhat more difficult for the bowler, having to change left and right. As you said, the fielders moving.
Remember I said, Raphael, they don't want to have 15 off the last one. So it doesn't look like that. It's 18 from 13, so they're sort of ahead.
Yeah, in my view, they're way ahead. This one, again, reverse pull by Atenes, and they pick up another single. So ATN having 13 runs in that over. 2 overs, and he had 1 for 14. So 8 overs completed, 103 for 1, 17 runs required, and 12 deliveries remaining.
Yeah, this could go anyway. Absolutely anyway. 17 runs required, 12 legal balls to get there. I think it's important that the penultimate over be critical. Now, you look at Cinnamon's Pacers innings, 103 for 1, just 1 wicket has fallen, which means you don't have to worry about wickets in hand. You've got sufficient there. If they go on to lose this match against Clove, it means that they've got only themselves to be blamed.
I agree, certainly agree. The experienced Cedric Williams, I think, which probably this over probably would be the most important over, which would tell us directly where this game goes. He's going to bowl to the left-handed Atenas, Bishop at long on. There's also a mid-wicket straight, a mid-on. There's 3 players on the boundary. The deep backward square is being called in. Mid-wicket on the boundary. It's a long on. Williams, just 4 players on the leg side.
But Pacers wouldn't want to lose a wicket here either. It's going to interrupt their rhythm.
This is driven over backward point for 4. Another good shot. This one was pitched up. And Athena just giving several room and stroking it over the backward point, and goes down to the boundary for 4.
While he gave himself room, he went deep. Notice that, went deep into the crease. And though it was a pitched up delivery, Yorker-like, it was slightly outside the off stump. So he just took the pace of the ball, so to speak. And because the angle is outside the off stump, he's naturally left-handed, squirted it, just heaved it over the backward point for 4. Lovely batting.
107 for 1, and it could very well over in finishing this over. And he's hitting this one over long off for 6.
Now that is fantastic. Raphael, continue.
Really hugely over long off. Ball pitched up, slow delivery. Well, I think he picked it up. And as we look at his position, getting across and really hitting it smoothly over long off for a really huge 6.
I want to apologize to you, Raphael, because in your description I interjected, but gee whiz, that was purely beautiful.
And this one is clipped over backward square, goes down to the boundary for 4. And what a way to finish this over. Really have been really good batting by Atenas. He moves to 48, 117.
A 4, a 6, a 4. If we're going sequentially, then the next ball is supposed to be a 6.
Yeah, kept in his position really, and with all ease in the world, clipped it over what a square leg would be and goes down to the boundary for 4. And this one is driven straight back, and this is going to rush into the boundary for 4. What a convincing way in which they have finished this game. 121 for 1 in 8.4 overs.
Well, well, well. This is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And really, I mean, a pleasure to describe, but rather hard to describe too. Cinnamon Pacers, they've won by 9 wickets. And in fact, they still had, 1 over and 2 balls to spare. This is incredible batting. 121 for 1. Arsenes got to his 52 of only 26 balls.
Yeah, have been 2 really good innings. But I think the batting of Javed Hazard really would have helped turn things. When it looked as though Atenas was struggling a bit to get the ball away, Hazard came in and to me played the sort of inning that really turned things around. It probably gave Atenas a lot of confidence in the way that Hazard was playing. Those sixes that he would have hit over mid-wicket, not necessarily bad deliveries, but he was able to position himself well and hit over mid-wicket. He did played a fantastic inning.
Woo, absolutely marvelous. I wish I could see that repeated. Maybe somewhere in a lifetime or during the course of this tournament. Cinnamon Pacers 121 for 1. Gosh, it was a marvelous batting display by these two. Alec Athenaeus, 52, generally a touch player, but he went into cavalier mode and went into 4th gear, coming right to the bottom half of the innings. Javed Hazard played a fantastic role. That sweep shot down to backward square might well have been the shot of his innings. It was quite spectacular, and what a deserved victory there for Cinnamon Pacers, who incidentally, Raphael, did not feel or bowl very well.
Yes, actually, they did not feel well. They dropped a number of catches, and even some misfield. Some catches went from fielders and that went over the rope for 6. So it wasn't the best day in terms of the feeling. But I must say, and they would have lost an early wicket. This pair would have put on 120. They would have lost an early wicket, and we felt it would have been a struggle to even to get up to that score of 100 and 120 for victory. But here we see they have turned it on. Atenas 52 not out, Hazard 56 not out, and they would have brought the team home really in a convincing fashion.
Yes, they lost the wicket of Desmond Maloney, Scott Bishop, on the bowling of 80, and he went without scoring. And then these two half centurions came and took it over and brought the Cinnamon Pacers home. A fantastic victory, really fantastic victory. And I think even Kesrick Williams may well have to go into the dressing room and walk to Athenaeus and say, hey, well done, well done. Etienne had 1 for 14 of 2, bowled well. Noel, none for 20 of 2. Joseph had none for 36, expensive of 2. Williams, none for 32 of 1.4. He was the most expensive. And Ned had 1 for 18, none for 18 of 1.
Yeah, which was really a good game. And we have seen in the last 3 games a partnership of 95. Then we saw 93. And now we see 120. So it seems as though the batsman is beginning to come into their own. The wicket the pitch continues to play very well, and it really seems going forward that as they get used to the condition, we probably would see bigger scores.
Yes, couple of deliveries that kept low at the River Road end. Outside of that, this pitch has played well. Now, if the total ends up being 121 for 1, it means that the wicket has to be pretty decent enough, and there hasn't been anything extraordinary nor untoward about it at all. So the news is that Cinnamon Pacers, they've won by 9 wickets. And Raphael, what's the lineup we've got for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we do have 2 more games tomorrow. We have at 11:45 Clove Challengers. They will come up against Nutmeg Warriors. Nutmeg Warriors, team that would have won the first edition, lost yesterday to Saffron Strikers. Really was a good game. That game went down to the super over. Then we have Saffron Strikers coming up against Bayleaf Blasters. Again, And these are two good matches. Saffron Strikers, Bailey Blasters. We expect that to be really competitive. And Clove Challengers again is going to come up against Nutmeg Warriors. That game is at 11:45, and Saffron Strikers, Bailey Blasters, that starts at 2:30 tomorrow. Again, as we go deeper into the tournament, we expect it to be more competitive with the batsmen coming into the own. So we expect these tournaments to get closer and closer, tighter and tighter in terms of competitiveness as we go forward.
Yes, absolutely. And the excitement will continue to ring on here at the National Cricket Stadium. Kudos, of course, to the ground staff who's done a pretty good job. We're just sort of peeping to see whether Kerry is there. We usually have our Man of the Match award, but we've not seen him within eyeshot as yet. But again, the news is Cinnamon Pacers, they've won by 9 wickets.
Well, as you speak about the man of the match, as we look at this game, it would be certainly a test when we look at the performance of the players in terms of who gets man of the match. Obviously, with the winning team, we look at the innings of Atenes and also Javed Hazard. One would think that it will be between either of those players. Hazard, in my view, played a masterful inning.
Maybe you can have a joint man of the match. Interesting. But it'll be interesting to see what the adjudicators, our adjudicator would do in terms of who would be the man of the match. We're still waiting to see whether that is going to be officially announced. We're going to hang on here just maybe for another minute or so. If not, then we will wrap it up. But the Pacers, Cinnamon Pacers, they've won again, just in case you've just joined us. They've won by 9 wickets.
And they have won convincingly. 119. We all expected that 119. I think probably this has been the most runs scored in a game.
Yes.
Why 119 and 121 for one. It's at 119. You think that you give yourself a good chance. 10 overs. But here, we saw the Pacers comes in and really made light work of the score.
They really did. They had an over and 2 balls to spare. So
well, just to say, as we let you know, as we look at the condition down here at the National Stadium, excellent condition. I think that the players are going to is relishing the quality of the field and the wicket and so forth. And really, it's sort of condition, you'd enjoy playing cricket.
Yes, it's wonderful. Everything is really conducive for good, excellent cricket. So I don't think we have we don't have the man of the match. Maybe tomorrow, God willing, in our broadcast, we'll let you know what the official ruling is in regards to the man of the match. It's going to be a task to decide who really would get that. But the news is that Cinnamon Pacers, they've won this second game of the day, and they've won by 9 wickets. So that's all we've got for you. It was an absolute pleasure bringing this broadcast for you. And just to remind you that tomorrow, God's willing, we've got Clove Challengers. They'll be coming against Nutmeg Warriors. Saffron Strikers will be up against Bay Leaf Blasters. And we'll be on hand to bring you the commentary. Until tomorrow, have a good and wonderful one.
Live from the stadium that delivered that memorable and emphatic win to the West Indies, Grenada, comes the Dream 11 Spy-Style T10 2.0 cricket competition. 30 matches, 14 days of exciting T10 cricket action. 6 teams, only one will be champions. See the likes of the Spiceman, Andre Fletcher, Devon Smith, international players Kesrick Williams, Alec Atenes, and more. Support your team. Love the game. Dream 11 Spy-Style T10 2.0 cricket competition. April 5th to the 18th. Grenada National Stadium. Pure Spice of the Caribbean.
energy. The world runs on it every day.
Good morning. Welcome to Soul.
Hi.
Hi.
And when we put the best of the Caribbean together with the energy we harness, everything runs so much smoother. Because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting people.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Soul, wherever your journey begins.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Have you ever seen a jab cooking oil down and Tanya log in the same pot? Neither have we until now. But we guarantee there is a whole lot more amazing things to see on your next trip to Grenada. And if you encourage someone to book an adventure to our island paradise, then you can be one of the winners of special prizes compliments the 473 Connect program by the Grenada Tourism Authority. Sign up at experts.puregrenada.com/473connect.